Hi everybody and welcome back to Steve's World of Wonders. Heading up Bank Street again. Heading towards Lansdowne Park. Check out the flea market and some art in the park. In a part of Ottawa called the Glebe. There's the Shawarma King. Staples. This parking lot is where the Rialto Theatre used to stand from 1931 to 1979. After 1979 it became the Phoenix, and in 1991 it was torn down, and now it's Staples parking lot. Here's an interesting design element on this building here. Shop. There's a diner right there, Brahma's Hole Diner, and a native arts store. This is an interesting bit of architecture here. They kept the facade of this building as the entryway to the more modern building. The facade is from the Metropolitan Bible Church, formerly the Metropolitan Tabernacle, built in 1936. And they kept the facade and they built a condo behind it. Three Tarts Bakery, handmade baked goods, and KFC. There's a church here with construction in behind as I'm walking through construction. Flower shop. This is a store, an abandoned store full of balloons. That's something. It's a bookstore called the Troubadour Books and Records. Cool mural here on the side of Loaf and Ada's Scratch Diner. Heading down under the Queensway Bridge here into the Glebe. construction projects over here. Have some patio here. There's the Works Burger joint, Olga's Deli. And here on Pretoria, we have a mural depicting a bunch of different birds. Got a blue jay, some crows, kinds of different birds. And there's a woman up there by the window. There's a duck. And some ducks with their butts in the air. And a cardinal. So we are coming up to Art in the Park up here. They've got all kinds of tents set up that you can rent out and sell your artwork. So it's a good outdoor venue to check out local artists. See if you can decorate your home with some local art. Let's check it out. This is the New Art Festival. And here is the layout of the grounds. Apparently, there are mermaids here. Stained glass. An iridescent tree here. Another tree glinting in the sunshine. Pottery. A lot of people bringing their dogs to see the artwork. Some nice wooden bowls and plates turned on a lathe. More pottery. A gentleman I saw earlier who was tapping on something, he was making jewelry out of old cutlery. Bracelets, etc.
Oh, so your dad would love this.
A Basquiat, Leonard Cohen. Debbie Harry.
Neat. Very cool.
Sorry. Brigitte Bardot, Shelley Duvall, Steve Martin, David Lynch, nice home up here. Back on Bank Street now, heading towards Lansdowne Park. Contemplating buying something that I saw at the art festival. But it's $80, so I have to think about it. I like the idea of supporting artists in my city. There's the Glebe Emporium, sells kitchenware. That's where I was, the new art festival. Lots of little shops on this main stretch of the Glebe. Empathize. Community people. Faith, trust, virtue, acceptance, tolerance, allowance. More construction up there. Chumley's video games and DVDs. On the side of this toy store, there's a mural of Russian nesting dolls, and there seems to be a Scooby-Doo van back here. At this popsicle stand, it's the Tiggy's machine, named after the Miss Tiggy Winkle's toy store that the mural was on the side of, down that way. Got all shells on their entryway to this popsicle stand here.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Let's blow this popsicle stand. This Tiggy Winkle's toy store. taco truck. Dubbed Yako taco truck. Yako taco truck. On the rest of my wanderings here. This is a very good 24-hour bagel shop. On this corner here, which is what we're coming up to, this is Lansdowne Park. This corner was once a building called the Coliseum, and many famous performers put on concerts there, including Roy Orbison in the 60s and Johnny Cash many times. What we're looking at here is a monument to Canadian inventor Thomas Ahern. A pioneer in the field of electric lighting and transportation. He was founder and president of the Ottawa Electric Railway Company, which provided electric streetcar service in Ottawa at one time. In 1892, he demonstrated his patented new invention, the electric oven, at the exhibition grounds here in Lansdowne Park, where he cooked meals here in his invention and delivered them by streetcar to the Windsor Hotel on Queen Street in Ottawa. From right here in Lansdowne, these used to be exhibition grounds in Ottawa, and the first exhibition here was held in 1875. The first Canadian demonstration of the telephone was here in 1879. The Apollo 7 space capsule was displayed here in 1974 at the same time as David Bowie put on a concert here. So these were the exhibition grounds. This is the Abbotsford House with the nice vines on it. Built in the later part of the 1800s, part of the Glebe Centre retirement home. Heading towards the Aberdeen Pavilion, which is a historic building where people used to showcase their cattle and agricultural advancements. These are pictures I took in 2008. This is how I remember the exhibition. Now this park is just all kinds of shops, and they have the football stadium up here. And a giant Cineplex building up here. Here is the Aberdeen Pavilion, the historic building that they kept here, and they restored it. It was starting to become dilapidated, and they put money into restoring this. This used to be the centerpiece for the X and the Super X Ottawa exhibition grounds. Really cool building. I'm gonna take a walk around it without getting run over by these cars. Antiques and collectibles and artwork for sale, and homemade crafts as well. I like these scenes painted on or printed on metallic backgrounds. nice photography there for sale. Stereogram parents has dispensers. There's some handcrafted stuff here. Carpet of wood. There's Jack jumping over the candlestick.
Told you I'll be here forever. I said I'll always be your friend. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Baby,
So there's the football stadium there. The bleachers for the stadium. That's where there's the weather vane for the cattle castle up here. And here's a sign for the Aberdeen Pavilion. Here's the historic marker, if I can get my shadow out of it. 1898 Aberdeen Pavilion. The oldest fair building of its kind left in North America, and known locally as the Cattle Castle. This grand exhibition hall was designed by Ottawa architect Moses C. Eddy and constructed by the Dominion Bridge Company for the Central Canada exhibition. Flamboyantly clad in pressed metal, it features agricultural motifs, slender cupola-top turrets, and a central dome. Designated a National Historic Site in 1983, the hall was restored in 1994 with funding assistance from the Government of Canada, the Province of Ontario, the City of Ottawa, and the Central Canada Exhibition Association. Designated Heritage Property 1984, City of Ottawa. That's it right there. So I think that's it for my wanderings today. It was a good day. Saw the art in the park and the cattle castle behind me. Flea market there. So all in all, it's been a pretty good day. Pretty good wandering adventure around the city. So from Steve's World of Wonders, bye for now. Hi everybody, we saw this morning that I got some things from the Jack Purcell Community Center book sale, and across the street I got some things from the Minto Park yard sale, so to speak, park sale I guess you would call it. So let's check out some of the things I got from the flea market that was inside the Aberdeen Pavilion today. Comics, I got 3 for $5 at one of the booths at the Aberdeen Pavilion. I got this because it had like a circus theme to it, and I'm a big fan of Ren and Stimpy. Yes, I still collect comic books, mostly because I like the artwork. I like collecting them for the covers. And I got this Superman versus Metamorpho. I like characters that can transmogrify, that can change themselves, shapeshift. So I got that. Alright. I also got Sad Sack because I collect Sad Sack comics. I just really like the old school graphics, basically. So 3 for $5, that's pretty good. Those are pretty collectible comics and nice graphics. I like the Justice League. Yeah, so I got some comics, but I also got some old pins, and these were $1 each. This one is from Ottawa, and it's of the old National Museum of Man, which has since then changed. It's now the Museum of Nature, and the Museum of Man is now across the river in Hull. Pretty cool to have that. And I got some other pins here. These were all $1. BC's Quest for Tires pin. Pretty neat. What else did I get? A Creepy Clown Ottawa pin. Don't know what it's from. It was only $1, so I got it. Expo 67 pin. I wish this said something like an Ontario Day pin. But for $1, getting a piece of Expo 67, kind of a good deal. It's a little rusty on the back. That's okay. The image on the front is still good. And the last pin here, Timmy the Tooth. I guess that's what that character is. Anyways, it's from the 70s or 80s, I think. Pretty cool group of pins for $1 each. Alright, here's a bunch of pieces of artwork from the new art festival from an artist who does portraits of famous people on stands. There's Jane Goodall, Leonard Cohen, there's the guy from Big Lebowski, there's Basquiat, there's Bob Dylan, there's Bill Murray, there's Debbie Harry, there's Marilyn Monroe, there's Star Trek people, there's Steve Zissou, there's Beck up there, there's Andy Warhol, Gwyneth Paltrow, Johnny Depp, here's Bridget Bardot and Mulder and Scully, there's Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, Malcolm X, there's Drake, there's a Beatle, there's Noam Chomsky, there's Pee Wee Herman, there's Dolly Parton, there's the Golden Girls, there's Steve Martin, Steve Zissou again, there's Bukowski, there's David Lynch up there, there's Wednesday Addams, there's Elvis, Batman, Eric Clapton, and a bunch of other people.